tuned into my Basketball Wives LA recap. So we start off the show with Malaysia and Drea. They're talking about what happened last week where it was just crazy. She popped up on Shani with her boyfriend while Shani was out with her mother, and we already know the scene got crazy, so she was kind of like giving her a recap of that. And then while they were doing that, they were also talking a little bit about this whole Paris trip, and Drea's like she does not want to go to the trip. Malaysia would love her to go because, you know, that's her friend. Jackie's not really that close with her, and she doesn't really trust Jackie. So, of course, she would love Drea to come down as well. But Brandy, at least, one of her real friends, is actually coming. So, Jackie, when she sees everybody, she's talking about how she really wants Drea to come. You know, she invited Drea. Even on the plane, she was talking about how she really wanted Drea to come. And why would Drea not want to come? And it's just like, are you serious? You're wondering why Drea would not want to come? I mean, anybody in their right mind, after you just had that big old scene, first you kind of like pop up on her. Well, you have your daughter pop up on her in the club, and then like the whole fiasco that went down when she popped up again on freaking Jackie and Shani. It was just like too awkward, and there was so much tense. Like, why would you even want her to be around you in another country? I don't understand that. So Brandy and Malaysia, they're sightseeing, they're enjoying Paris, and they are like doing this whole little thing with this lock where you kind of like lock it on this gate, and it's kind of like locking your friendship in and putting that out into the universe, which is really nice. And while they're doing their own thing because they don't want to be around the drama, Sunday, British, and Jackie, they're doing their own thing. They're like on a little boat, and Jackie got her little school girl skirt on, and it was like flying up in the air. I'm like, she's mooning these people out in France, in Paris. What are you doing, girl? It looked like it was kind of chilly out there too. You saw she had on that nice little coat on, but then she had on that little itty bitty skirt. I'm like, girl, you better stop it. I don't know what you're doing. And then when they had seen Malaysia and Brandy, like they were giving them that one finger wave, and you already know the British was like, no, I don't play that. But luckily it didn't get out of hand. But Jackie was all acting all like, oh no, they didn't. Did they just do that? Maybe we should turn around. Girl, please, Jackie, you better stop it. So now British, Sunday, and Jackie, they go to this drawing place where you're able to draw like naked people, because of course that's a form of art. Naked people, that's a form of art as well. So as soon as Jackie sees this guy who's well endowed, I guess he got a long thing, you know, one of them things, she's just like, oh my god, I can't look at this. Doug would not want me to look at it. Oh no, I'll draw it, but I gotta keep my head down. I'm like, girl, please, if that was a naked woman, you know Doug would have been like, okay, let me look a little closer. I'm like, please, you acting like you scared of it. You better stop it. Stop trying to act all proper, messy, after you was just talking about you wanted a threesome this, and you be having these fantasy dreams and this and that. Now all of a sudden she want to be shy, talking about this guy's thing is so big and this and that. But Sunday, she sure looked like she was having a good time. She's like, yes, I'm an artiste. Yes. She's drawing away, and as they were leaving, she's like, all right. I'm surprised she didn't ask him for his number. She probably didn't want to have to deal with the long distance. That's the only reason why, the long distance international calling. That's why. But when they was like having their little like lunch after that, and Jackie was just like, oh my god, it was just so big. It was just like right there. Sunday's like, please, that ain't nothing. Nothing was little. So I'm like, Doug must not be all that, you know. Even though he's like a tall person, it doesn't mean nothing. Because if she's saying that it's small and she's saying it's huge, something ain't right. Something's not adding up. Alright, so now all the ladies, they're now all together. They're gonna have this nice dinner. They're in like this nice restaurant or whatever, about to get served. They're talking to the waiter and everything. Bonjour, merci beaucoup. You know, they're talking to him, And when, like a little bit later, like Jackie starts asking these like stupid questions. But first, even before she started asking the stupid questions, she was all saying, all right, you know, I'm thinking about wanting to move out here. I think that it would be very nice for me to do, to have like as a second home. And Brandy's just like, you've only been here a day. Like, why would you want to even think about moving someplace where you don't even know anything about it? Like, and it's true, like anything looks nice when you've been there for one day. Like, have you seen the weather? You know, what, like, there's so many different things to think about. You haven't even really met anyone to know if you really like it or not. You don't even really speak the language. So what are you trying to say? Like, you're just trying to like show off because you have the ability to buy the home. So that's probably, I feel like, the reason why she did it. And it's so crazy because when I saw her in person at IMATS on Sunday, I mean, we didn't have like a full-blown conversation just because I didn't want to be phony, because I don't really like, she's not my most favorite person on the show, so I'm not going to be like, oh my god, you're my favorite person. But she, you know, we took a picture and she was smiling and all that. She didn't have a grumpy face on. I mean, who knows? It could be an act. But anyways, back to this. So her and Brandy was starting to get into it because you could see like the tensions was kind of, like, I felt like she was kind of getting upset because Brandy was speaking her mind. So then we move forward and Jackie starts asking Malaysia questions about their friendship and what type of friendship they have. And Malaysia was keeping it 100 with her. She was just saying, like, if I was dying, I wouldn't go to you as my first person to come and save me. I would actually go to Brandy because I don't feel like you're my real friend. And she was telling her she's not a real genuine person. And she sees, like, basically telling her that she sees right through her. And then later on, it was like Jackie tried to flip it off of her, and she was starting to talk about Brandy and how Brandy is fake, and when Brandy doesn't act the same way at all times, like she acts different. But I feel like when Brandy was saying what she was saying, because Brandy also said like Jackie acts completely different when she's around Sunday. She was like, not really so much with British, but when she's around Sunday, she starts acting real like mean and stuff. But she could be really warm, and it's true. Like, you can see the difference when she's just having a one-on-one. We see that she's like real mothering and just like seems so caring and everything. But when she's with Sunday, she be turned up to the max. You know, she be ready to like plant seeds in their ears and stuff like that. So after that, they just, I guess because she wasn't liking what the things that Brandy was saying, and plus Malaysia had already given her an earful, so she was probably feeling a little embarrassed. So then she's like, oh, I'm not gonna take this BS. Like, she was going off. And she sat down looking like she was about to take off her shoes, and Brandy started getting real hype, like, no, don't be talking to me like that. And she was like, what, you gonna take off your shoes? She was pulling the British move, because you know British always want to take off the shoes. She was like, oh, you gonna take off the shoes? And I'm like, this is what happens when you bring the hood to another country. People don't know how to act. Why did they think that they was going to go to another country and be civilized if you can't even do it in your home grounds? No. No, no, boo-boo. So now, luckily Malaysia was able to take Brandy out, because Brandy was like all the way up. And I'm like, for somebody who has all these serious health issues that you've just overcome, like, I don't think this is the best show for her to be on, because it seems like it's stressful, and it's, you know, it's a lot of yelling, a lot of adrenaline rush, a lot of about to be fights and stuff like that. Like, I don't think it's good for her health. But I mean, I'm not a doctor, I could be wrong. So Jackie was just, she looked like she was getting kicks and giggles out of it. She was just sitting back, like pretending to take off her shoes, and she's just like just smiling and like, please, like, yeah, let her go, like, get her out of here. And when Malaysia comes back, she gives it to her once again, and she's just like, I see right through you now. I know who you are. You're not my friend. You're like pretty much telling her like you're the enemy. You're not somebody that is a true friend. And she was telling British and Sunday, like, you are me and Drea a few years ago. And she's the type of person that will plant seeds and just try to make you turn against somebody else. And she told them the first impressions that she had of both of these ladies before she even knew them, just because of what Jackie said. She felt like British was she already knew that British was a B. And she already knew that Sunday was a drunk. She drinks too much. And Sunday's just in denial, like, please, she would never say nothing. But mind you, this woman never said, no, I didn't say that, or why would you say that, Malaysia? She didn't defend herself. I don't think that Sunday was realizing that, but if that was me and somebody's coming and saying that I said something that I know that I didn't say, please, you couldn't tell me. So I would defend myself to the fullest because I don't play that. But evidently, it looks like she might have said it. And I feel like Malaysia, she's speaking more of her mind this time around. Like, I felt like she was a lot more reserved before. Like, she said things here and there, but this one I feel like she's really standing up and talking when she wants to say. But she did say that in the beginning, like she was gonna say whatever she wanted to say without any holds barred this episode. So it looks like next week they're gonna be getting crazy, because I seen that, I don't know if they was in a hotel or what they were doing, but I saw that Brandy was running after somebody. I don't know, was it Sunday she was running after? I think it might have been Sunday. It was somebody she was running after. So yeah, it's about to get crazy. And guys, guess what? One of my other favorite shows is coming back. I'm so excited and I just can't hide it. Yes, Love and Hip Hop ATL. Let's get it, shawty. It is coming back. I'm super excited for that. And guys, be sure to check out my other channel, because I will have my Black Ink Crew recap on there, hopefully by the morning. Alright guys, be sure to stay fabulous, live free, and soar limitless. I'll see you in the next one. Laters.